Jeremy Clarkson launched another marketing masterclass with the release of his latest advert for Hawkstone Lager. It's gained over 1 million views across the Hawkstone socials, with 500,000 views on Instagram in the first 24 hours alone. And here's the best part, it's not all about having the celebrity profile of Jeremy Clarkson. So in this video, I'm going to explain what makes the advert so successful, and more importantly, what you can take from this and implement in your own marketing to get the attention your products and services deserve. So let's get into it. In a previous life, I spent 10 years working in the drinks industry before moving back into agriculture, so I know firsthand just how difficult it is to launch a brand in such a competitive industry, even with a high-profile founder such as Clarkson. The drinks industry fully understand the importance and power of brand and marketing, because it's actually really quite difficult to differentiate the product in any meaningful way, especially lager. In a blind taste test, it's actually very difficult to distinguish between, say, Foster's and Carling or Stella and Peroni. The main differentiation comes in how the product is packaged and the story that surrounds that. It is driven by brand. But even then, it's not quite as simple as creating a new label and shouting about provenance. You have to do things differently, and Clarkson is a master at this. Most companies in all industries fall into the better trap. Finest ingredients, award-winning, 100 years in business. These are all ways of saying we're better. But the first rule of branding is to be different, not better. And because, well, taste is subjective, what tastes good to you might taste terrible to me, means that there's no such thing as being the best lager, only different. If there is one thing I want you to take away from this video, it is that. Stop trying to be the best and focus on being different. Which leads me to the first key to success with the Hawkstone advert. I talk at length about this in my free guide, The 3 Foundations to Great Marketing, which you can access in the link below. But in order to be different, you have to take a risk. For Clarkson, it would have been far too easy to just look at what all the other big lager brands are doing and copy them. Now, most copy the same theme of provenance and heritage, and whilst there's elements of that in Hawkstone Lager, Clarkson wasn't afraid to do something different and focus elsewhere. A farming choir belting out just how good Hawkstone's is? Well, you don't see that every day, but it still remains very on brand for Clarkson and his farming image. Talking of being different and taking risks, the advert's main line is, "Me, it's good." Now, I'm a big advocate for swearing in your marketing, and I really do wish that more brands in agriculture especially would adopt this. I've never met a farmer who doesn't swear, so to not adopt this approach I think is disingenuous at best and fake at worst. Anyway, swearing in your marketing works for 2 reasons. Firstly, no one's doing it, so it instantly differentiates you. Secondly, it divides people. You either love it or you hate it, and that's a good thing. As a business, the worst customer that you can have is those that sit on the fence. You want customers who are 100% with you or 100% against you. Those that sit in the middle often cost you more time, effort and resource through their indecision and apathy to what it is that you do. Swearing weeds out all of those people and gives you the people who really believe in what you do and what you stand for. I have used swearing in some of my marketing campaigns in the past with great success for this very reason. It splits people into 2 camps, those that love what you do and those that absolutely hate it. And all you've got to do is just focus on those that love it. Most brands fail to do this because they're running scared and consequently spend countless hours with customers who have no intention of actually buying the product. Swearing is a great differentiator and brand builder. Clarkson knows this, and there is nothing stopping you adopting the same strategy. The third successful trait in the video that you can adopt is not being scared to offend some people. Clarkson as a brand is a Marmite character. Most people either love him or hate him, and over the years we've seen him do things that cause controversy and ruffle a few feathers. He's not scared of offending a few people along the way, and quite frankly, you shouldn't be either. Your brand or product isn't for everyone, and so you shouldn't try and appeal to everyone. It's wildly unreasonable to go through life thinking that everyone is going to agree or like everything that you say and do. A lot of people don't like or agree with my take on marketing, and that's absolutely fine, because in order to succeed, your brand needs both passionate fans and passionate critics. Now, I'm not suggesting that you should try and offend for the sake of offending. You shouldn't. But you shouldn't be scared of doing something just because some granny in the hills might take offence to it. Criticism is part of the process. The sooner that you can accept that and not shy away from it, the quicker you're going to succeed. The key takeaway here is the need to think differently. Having your ad banned in a lot of cases can actually generate more publicity than if it were to be aired, and I suspect Clarkson and his Hawkstone business partner Johnny Hornby knew this. Brewdog adopted this strategy when they first started as well. They brewed an 18% beer Tokyo, which was the strongest beer in the UK at the time, but it only grabbed a few headlines. Consequently, Brewdog co-founder James Watt then anonymously complained to the drinks industry watchdog, the Portman Group, who subsequently upheld the complaint and banned the beer, generating a media storm, propelling Brewdog into the limelight. Yes, having a high-profile celebrity like Clarkson fronting your product does help, but I sincerely hope that these principles and examples show you that you can achieve the same success with your farm brand. It all boils down to being different, not better.